Oh, didn't see you there. Well, week 1's done. Got a lot of weeks to go. Got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to go. But take it from a former champion. It's gonna be a lot of ups. It's gonna be a lot of downs. Some ups sure do taste better than the downs. This is your commissioner. And this is the first episode of Kicking It with Commish. Alright, let's get into it. You didn't think I'd be talking that fucking slow the whole time, huh? Alright, so we'll start a new segment out this week. I guess, new segment the whole time. We got studs and duds. So for this week's studs, if you had a stud this week, it was probably on your bench. So following that, we've got Sammy Watkins. Put up the most yards this week with 198 yards, 3 touchdowns, something like 45 points or 40 points. Jeff's bench. Marquise Hollywood Brown, Brittany's bench, putting up a massive start for the rookie. Somewhere around the 30-point mark. I should have written these down, but that's fucking fine. Whatever. John Brown was on my glorious bench this week. Put up 25 points. Could have used those. Still would have gotten blown out, but we'll get on to that later. Deshaun Jackson. Don't know whose bench that is. Probably should have looked that up. I'm not a journalist. I don't pretend to be one. But he killed it. You know? He's where he belongs. In the shithole of Philadelphia. Going up on the duds this week. There's a lot of them. Evelyn. Sony Michelle. Really let you down. I feel bad for that one because kind of told you he'd be good. But there's more weeks to come. Jay, even though he won, he had 2 stinkers on his field. Jacksonville defense with a solid -8 points. And Mike Evans, who remains to be found. We're not sure if he actually played the game. I heard he was out with the flu, but we'll see if he gets better next week. Following that, my whole team, excluding Lamar Jackson, he killed it. Didn't do enough, but he killed it. Can't really ask for much more. Alvin Kamara did well too, but I mean, Alvin Kamara is going to do well. And then also another whole team, Stevens, with the lowest score this week. I can't talk shit. I got blown out too, but I mean, I didn't score below 100, so, or even below 90. So that's it with studs and duds. Let's move on to matchups. This week we had barn burners, blowouts, and games that left you barely breathing. Let's start with the barn burner. As we all expected, Justin and Brittany killing it this week. Justin 150.9 points with the win, and Brittany with a solid 142.5. She would have beaten everyone besides Paco. Yep, everyone besides Paco and Justin, and she got to go against one of them. So get luckier, Brittany. Going into the blowouts, I lost pretty handedly to Paco. I lost pretty handed to him last season, but I won. So I'm not too scared. My beautiful girlfriend lost to Angelica by about 31 points. It happens, you know? And then Steven and Randall. Randall, who I previously thought, and wasn't outspoken about it, thought his team was trash. I stand corrected. He put up a solid 142.3 points, which would put him in the ranked third for most points of the week. Now the games that left it barely breathing, real nail biters. Jay and Nick. Jay up 135 to 126, just a margin of 9 points between them. And then Omar and Jeff, just 16 points between them. Close ones, guys. You'll get them next week, or you won't. Who cares? Why are we doing this? Next week, predictions and upsets. This is mostly just a prediction. Angelica won this week, so I guess it is kind of an upset as well. And Nick lost. But I gotta take the man in this one. Not because he's a man, he just happens to be a man. But I do think Nick's gonna win this week. I think he bounces back from his loss with Jay and takes one. Sorry, Angelica. Texans ruled. Jacksonville sucks. But I gotta take it. So for this week's weekly vote, let's see what you guys think at home. Who do y'all think the most, out of our league obviously, who do y'all think the most likely to eat grapes in a grocery store before you've paid for them is? Let us know down in the comments. There's no comments, but let us know. I'll put up a poll. We all know who it is. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.